Very good evening, students, and good evening, viewers. And this time I am going to discuss in financial accounting the concept of single entry. Now, single entry accounts can be prepared in two ways. One is in the form of statement of affairs, and another one in the form of funnel accounts. And sometimes in the examination, problems are coming like conversion of single entry into double entry, then automatically it will just be like a final account system. Now I'm just telling you the procedural steps for statement of affairs method. Now there are certain steps which are required to be adhered to in the statement of affairs method, and that I am just going to nub in this particular video first. Step 1, we have to ascertain closing capital by preparing a statement of affairs at the end of the accounting period. Then we are required to add the amount of drawings, whether in cash or in kind, to the closing capital. The next step is to deduct the amount of additional capital introduced from the closing capital. Then we have to ascertain opening capital by preparing a statement of affairs at the beginning of the accounting period. Then we have to ascertain profits or losses by deducting opening capital from the adjusted closing capital. At this juncture, students, you must note that adjusted capital is equal to closing capital plus drawings minus additional capital. Then we are required to make necessary adjustments for items not yet adjusted while calculating closing capital, namely interest on capital and salary of the proprietor or partners, etc. Now I am telling you the format of statement of affairs. In the statement of affairs, we are having two sides. One is liability, another one is assets. In the liability sides, we are having sundry creditors, bills payable, outstanding expenses, bank overdraft. And in the asset side, we are having cash in hand, cash at bank, sundry debtors, bills receivable, stock in trade, prepaid expenses, and fixed assets. Then we have to add the asset side first, and then we have to deduct the liabilities that I have already said. So balancing figure will be the capital. Now I am telling you the format of profit and loss, that is statement showing profit or loss for the period, that we are going to calculate, and how it is should be calculated that I am telling. First, capital at the end of the accounting period we have to consider. Then with that we are going to add drawings, whether in cash or in kind, during the accounting period. Then we are required to less adjusted capital introduced, whether in cash or in kind, during the accounting period. So it should be additional capital, not adjusted capital, that is less additional capital introduced, whether in cash or in kind, during the accounting period. Then we'll be having adjusted capital at the end of the accounting period. Then we have to consider capital at the beginning of the accounting period. Then we have to calculate profit. If adjusted capital is more than the opening capital, then it can be said that there is a profit. Or otherwise, if adjusted capital is less than the opening capital, then it should be termed as loss. Now I am talking about final accounts method of preparing the accounts from incomplete records or single entry. Now in this case, we have to maintain certain steps, and based on these steps we are in a position to arrive at profit or loss, and also we can compile the balance sheet. In the first case, we are going to prepare cash and bank summary if not available in proper form with both sides tallied to ascertain the missing information such as opening and closing balance, cash sales, cash purchases, drawings made during the year, etc. Then we are required to prepare total debtors account to ascertain the missing information such as opening or closing balance of debtors, credit sales, collection, or bills receivable drawn. Remember, only one figure will be arriving as a missing figure. Two figures cannot be ascertained from a single account. Now, we are required to prepare total creditors account to ascertain the missing information such as opening or closing balance, credit purchases, payment made, bills accepted, bills receivable, indorts, etc. And mind that in total creditors account, you'll be having only one as a missing figure. Next, we are required to prepare stock account to ascertain the missing information such as opening stock or closing stock, total purchases, cost of goods sold, shortage, if any. Then we are required to prepare revenue expenses account to ascertain the missing information such as opening or closing balance of outstanding or prepaid expenses or expenses paid, current year's expenses, etc. Then we are going to prepare revenue income account to ascertain the missing information such as opening or closing balance of accrued or unaccrued income, income received, current year's income, etc. Next, we are going to prepare fixed assets account to ascertain the missing information such as opening or closing balance, purchases made during the year so the fixed assets are concerned, or sales made during the year as so far fixed assets are concerned, depreciation provided, and profit or loss on sale of fixed assets, if any. And remember, in this account, only we will be having one missing figure. Then we are required to ascertain opening capital by preparing statement of affairs at the beginning of the accounting period. That I have already said in case of statement of affairs method. And then we are required to check the trial balance, if any, to check the arithmetical accuracy, and then we are required to prepare trading and profit and loss account as usual as we prepare in case of double entry, and finally we are going to prepare the balance sheet. Now, preparation of cash and bank summary, if not available in the proper form with both sides tallied, then we are required to come to a remark. How? I'm just telling. If credit side exceeds debit side, then it will be opening balance of cash or bank or closing bank overdraft. It may be cash sales, it may be collection from debtors, it may be bills receivable collected, it may be additional capital introduced, it may be sale of a fixed asset or sundry incomes. Remember, only one missing figure will come. Now, if debit side exceeds credit side, then it may mean any of the following that I am saying right now: closing cash or bank balance or opening bank overdraft, cash purchases, payment to creditors, bills payable, paid, drawings, purchase of a fixed asset, sundry expenses, or it may be cash theft by the cashier. And remember, only one item will appear as a missing figure. Now I'm telling you about total debtors account. In total debtors account, In the debit side, we'll be having two balance BD, two bills receivable, bills dishonored, two bank account discounted via dishonored, two bank account check dishonored, to total debtors account endorsed via dishonored, to credit sales. In the credit side, we'll be having buy sales return, buy cash account cash received, buy bank account check received, buy bills receivable via drawn, buy discount allowed, buy bad debts, buy balance CD. Similarly, we are required to prepare bills receivable account, bills payable account, and also the total creditors account. Remember, any item which is going to increase the creditors will be credited, and any item which is going to decrease the creditors will be debited. And as you know, so far total creditors account is concerned, you have to take in the credit side buy balance BD, buy bills payable dishonored, buy bank account check dishonored, buy total debtors account endorsed via dishonored, buy credit purchases. And in the debit side, you will be having two purchases returns, to cash account cash paid, to bank check issued, to bills payable account BP accepted, to bills receivable account BR endorsed, to discount received, to purchase return, and ultimately we will be having two balance CD. I think if you follow this, then you'll be in a position to do the incomplete accounts or single entry, you can convert it into a double entry, and happily you can prepare trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. Hope this will serve your purpose. Thank you. Thank you.